Hello and welcome, maybe welcome back. We are once again getting straight into it because I am once again in a rush. So I'm actually going to a makeup event tonight and I thought, what a perfect time to get ready with you. I'm gonna go a little bit like full glam, just because I feel like it, to be honest. As always, I got to be glue brow gel and a little spoolie. Just paint my nails and then put jeans and a shirt on, so I have smudged like 5 of them and I can't be bothered. If you've ever seen me before, you will have absolutely seen me use this, and it's a wire brow comb and it's honestly the best thing ever. I'm taking a bit of a risk and using a new product, and this is the Maybelline Grippy Primer. I've seen a lot of good things, so I'm confident. I also do tend to love Maybelline based products, so. Also, I just have the type of skin that goes neon red whenever you touch it. That feels really nice on the skin and not too sticky. This is the new NARS natural, what is this called? This is the new NARS natural matte longwear foundation. So like their radiant longwear, but matte. I went to an event yesterday with NARS for this foundation and it feels really lovely and significantly more lightweight than a lot of matte foundations. I am in the shade Santa Fe. I am also freshly fake tanned right now, so. Oh, that's perfect. So look, can you see? It's quite thin for a matte foundation because I find a lot of them tend to be just super thick, which is not something that I personally enjoy. I'm gonna get my brush and work some of that in, as Katie Jane Hughes calls it, priming the brush. There's a lovely amount of coverage and a lovely finish. You can still see a slight bit of radiance. It's not sucked all the moisture out of my skin, but it feels super comfortable and quite literally like I have nothing on my skin. Say it with me, everyone, color corrector. A tiny dot and I just blend that out. Concealer, I've gone with the tried and true, and this is the Armani. I love this little finger sponge thing from Morphe. I am such a brush girl for blending concealer, but this little thing is just so cute and I just love it. So again, I blend the lower part, blend this bit up, blend up, because I want to leave this bit to dry just to get a bit more coverage. I did just hit myself in the face. Okay, there's quite a lot of glitter in this. I need some more dimension right back in my skin, and I'm going with the NARS Cream Bronzer. This is like insanely pigmented. And I will always put too much on and have to blend it out. But I am a little bit attached to it at the moment, because I just love the neutral tone. And I'm taking a reverse side of this little brush. I'm doing my lips, the nose. And again, I need to know what this is called. Like, what would you guys call this? Because it's such a key step for me, but I don't know what you call that bit. And I'm just going over all of that to just kind of chill it out a bit with my foundation brush and no additional product. This is such a key step if you really want a seamless blend, because everything just sort of slightly melts together, so the lines are a lot more diffused. Yep. We're gonna do a bit of a blush cocktail today. First of all, I'm gonna take Freckle from Rhode, and I'm just gonna work that into my brush and stamp that on the face. This is just such a lovely peachy nude, which is again why I wanted a more neutral toned bronzer. And I sort of just put that everywhere in the high points, my nose and my forehead. And then right on the apples, I'm going to take Watermelon Pop from Huda Beauty. and then back over everything with the bronzer brush. Again, no additional product. And this just really does help to, again, merge everything together. Oh, he doesn't. Okay, so now all my creams are on, it's time to begin the set. I'm first going to take my Kosas, oh, I want to use this side. I'm now going to take my Kosas Cloud Set, and I'm just going to blend out my under eye with a finger, just to make sure that I'm not setting any of those creases. Your eyes are always going to crease, that's completely normal, but you just don't want to immediately set them in. And then with the bigger side of the brush, you just kind of stamp that powder in, never swipe. You always want to do very small patting motions. You always want a light pressure, never be aggressive with your face. And also never drag, never swipe, because you are just gonna then move things underneath. I do find that that was one of the techniques that improved my makeup the most. I didn't set my entire face just where I put my concealer. You can set everywhere, I just have dry skin. We're going with another new product, and this is the new Say Bronzer. This is the shade Amalfi, and it's quite a cool tone, which perfect for this look. I'm going to use it with the brush that they sent. Okay, you can definitely see a difference on my forehead. I feel like because I am freshly fake tanned, this might be a shade too light for me, but I really didn't want to get the shade, I didn't want to use the other shade that they sent me because that was a lot warmer, and that's not what I'm going for today because my blush is super warm and I don't want to look neon orange. Again, things do tend to be very strategic around me. I am dragging under my jaw, but who's looking under there, you know? So, but at this point, always pat. Do as I say, not as I do, guys, okay? Again, another fave in that same 3 shape. Your nose. I love doing my Cupid's bow. Like, I always get upset if I realise I haven't highlighted my Cupid's bow. And again, whatever this thing is here. That is such a key, this section here is such a key part of my makeup, but what on earth do you call this? My bathroom side is just not big enough to house all this makeup. Yet another blush palette that you can't buy, I'm sorry. However, again, you can buy all the shades individually. This is Pat McGrath, and I'm going to mix these two here, which is Nude Venus and Divine Rose 3. Everything else I have on my face is matte, and I want my blush to have a bit of a sheen so that my face isn't entirely, you know? So literally just straight mixing them. I always like to tap it on the back of my hand so that I don't get a crazy amount of pigment. And just pat. Again, blush should always look a bit much before you leave because it's going to fade. This is looking very much though, so if this doesn't fade, I'm going to have to fix it. And right before I go, just some loose powder to stamp right here. I find if I am going to get oily, it's going to be around this point here, so I do just like to target it with some loose powder. Also, I find that it does just somehow make my skin look even more seamless. Not that it's seamless in the first place, just God, I sound like an arse. My skin needs some more light, so just some hydrating spray. That watermelon one smells so good. I'm just drawing my moles back on. I do like to just add some definition hair strokes into my brow. Now whilst that setting spray is still kind of wet, I'm using a half dried up eyebrow pen and I'm drawing on some fake freckles. I like to do it while the setting spray is still wet because I feel like it's easier to blend them. The eyebrow pen doesn't need to be half dried, it's just it would be way too dark if it wasn't, and I can't be bothered to go buy a lighter one. And I'm just going to take the darker one and add a couple just to add some dimension. Everybody should be scared of how much glitter I'm holding. I mean business today. So I'm just going to start out by warming up matte Costa Riche on my hand and tightlining. If you have green or blue eyes, this is so flattering because it's such a red toned brown. I'm now just gonna smudge my eyes. I don't really care if it's messy, like that's the beauty of glitter, is that like you want it to look lived in, you want to like you've just come from Studio 54, you know? I want to add some initial structure and shaping to my eye. So I'm going to take this cool tone shade here. Right again in the magical spot here, add some definition. I take it out to the outer corner of my crease, a little bit onto the lid, and then a wing up. Note the super light pressure. Now this like whitish cream on the underneath bit to again, just shape. So can you see the difference? It's just added a subtle shaping to my eye, and I'm now going to cover that in glitter. I'm going to a Half Magic event tonight, so it only feels right that every glitter I use is Half Magic. I have spoken about the brand on here before. It was founded by Donny Davy, who was the lead makeup artist on Euphoria, so she's the queen of glitter makeup. I'm going to take this shade here, load it onto like a kind of flat fluffy brush. Same hydrating spray that I used before, and spray. I'm going to tilt the part that has the most product up because I don't want to end up with glitter all down my face. And the same thing on the upper lash line. On this side, I just did it to show you without spraying with any setting spray, and you can see the difference that that makes. Just because the shimmer's wet, it gives it something to stick to more. I've just put some of the matte Costa Riche pencil on my lash line, and I'm just blending that with a finger. You could absolutely leave this here. I'm not going to. This is the glitterpuck in the shade Glimmer Pop, and I'm just going to put this right in my inner corner. I'm still not done. This is the Chromaddiction in the shade Fairies Are Real. I'm going to take that on a small flat-ish fluffy brush. Take that, transfer some of the excess onto my hand and right in the inner corner. Just for a little flash of blue. This is the Glitterpill in the shade Money Please. I'm putting that right on my outer corner and then finger and pat it out. I like to take these up because they're just like individual chunks of glitter, so they really catch the light beautifully. We're almost there. This is the last piece of glitter, and this is a chunky glitter from Milk Touch. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of my super chunky glitters are just like random brands from Yes Style. Nobody is doing chunky glitter like the C Beauty, K Beauty, J Beauty. And I put that straight up the center of my eye. You will always just get a bit of fallout with these types of looks, but that's the fun. I'm just going back to Glimmer Pop and highlighting my brow. It's a crazy amount of glitter, but every chunk has its place. My eyelashes keep wanting to not curl at the moment, and it's kind of one of the most annoying things that's happened to me. Be honest, is this enough glitter? Like, is it? I want something more blue. I'm gonna find something more blue. I'm back. I physically couldn't tell you the brand of this if I tried. Is that gonna, yeah. If anyone can read that. Does, oh, no, that just says it expired last year. I don't listen to those things. See, that's just done exactly what I wanted it to do. More is more, guys, more is more. Everyone else, I love a lip liner stain pen thing. This is the one from Huda Beauty. I have seen a lot of people talk about these, saying that they dry up. A few of my other ones have dried up, and then this one hasn't, and thank God, because it's my favorite shade. This is warm brown. I would say it's a very, very red toned brown. brown to me is very generous. Like, this isn't really brown. This is one of my favourite glosses. Of course, it's Half Magic, and it's in the shade Frosty. Like, oh, that's so pretty. I'm really quickly gonna go do my hair. And here is the finished hair. I did film this. It did take me a while to film because I'm not very good with hair tutorials. But yes, here is the finished glam. I hope you love it as much as I do, and I will see you next time.